right, everybody, welcome to episode number 32 of the Subscription Podcast. I'm Paul Chambers, joined here by Louis Marie Pierre Ricard. And today is an amazing podcast, I think,
it is,
because we're going to talk about acquisitions. We're going to be talking about 1 billion euro fines. We're going to be talking about Target's new subscription. HP has finally figured it out with what to do with printers.
Well, not according to a LinkedIn post. But
Oh, no, I think this is pretty epic. Let's dive right into it with the sea of landscapes, the sea of acquisitions that are happening out there right now. It's wild.
There's a lot happening. We'll start with one of the big ones in terms of banking and financial institutions, Capital One acquiring Discover. And it could be a move that shakes a lot of things up because, right, both of them are very well known for different elements of their offering, right? So wondering what that combination will be. But the goal is to create a global payments platform at scale with 70 million merchants acceptance point in more than 200 countries, right? So they're really looking for a global stake into that industry. It also positions the combined company to compete. So I'm reading here, but those two companies handle so many payment and transactions every single day.
But you know
right?
what it did? It a lot of people know this. It gave Capital One finally the processing back. Capital One relied on other processors.
Now it's in-house.
Visa, MasterCard. Now they own one of those, whatever you call it. I'm probably not using the right terminology, but either way, they own one of the majors out there.
Yeah.
You know, my very first credit card was a Discover card. And I still have it to this day. And then later on, I got a Capital One, and I couldn't stand Capital One and their customer service. Just wasn't like they were growing at the time, and it just wasn't a good feeling, good experience. I think they've greatly improved that over the course of time, and that's kind of what they stand for in some ways now. But that's a big thing, and it'll change. Like what that'll change for a lot of merchants out there, especially in the subscription spaces, like the payment side of things.
Yep,
might get better rates because of something like that. It might help with like churn reduction and updating expiration dates better, credit card numbers. Who knows what this could do? But I think it'll have really positive impact.
And I've not been associated with either banks, but I have from what I've read, is Discover usually handles kind of smaller businesses, and then Capital One kind of handles the mid-size and growth.
Yeah,
it feels like it helps the company as a whole really handle any type of businesses from a startup to the enterprise. Yeah, which kind of works out great because if you start investing and helping a small player in the industry, that you can grow with them. Versus them leaving you, after they've kind of outpower your services and your resources. So very interesting to see where it goes. A quote from one of the chairmen, our acquisition of Discover is a singular opportunity to bring together two very successful companies with complementary capabilities and franchises, and to build a payments network that can compete with the largest payments network in payment company. Because it's really about them catching up with those big payment processors and payment institutions versus kind of taking over the market. So it'll be interesting.
Lots more to come on that.
You're excited about the next one.
I'm excited about this one. This one, oh man, it's going to be interesting.
What's going to happen?
Walmart, going down the path of the Vizio acquisition.
Take me through that a little bit. Why would Walmart do this?
It's a smart play. I mean, you got to imagine, it's same reason Elon Musk bought Twitter or Jeff Bezos bought the Washington Post. When you own like the media source, the path to delivery of the eyeballs in front of the consumers, you've really got even more control over your entire like ecosystem, what you're doing. So you have to imagine Walmart is, they're spending money on television commercials. They're, selling these TV sets at their stores. Why wouldn't you own both of those sides of the equation? It's a brilliant play. Yeah. It killed the Roku stock, which sucks because I have a little bit of shares in Roku that I bought at way too high of a rate. But who knows what could happen for that? But because Roku is integrated into Vizio, and so now they think Walmart's going to change it around, and more is going to happen from there. And I think so too. But it's imagine what they could do here with Walmart Plus now. They can not only they can roll out part of their offering of Walmart Plus onto the Vizio platform, and now you can create shopping experiences there. You practically give the TVs away at that point. There's a lot to come on this.
Well, I was gonna say it'd be an interesting facet of you become a Walmart Plus member, free TV off the jump.
Sure.
Right? Who doesn't like? There's not one person who will say no to that. Yeah. Right out the gate. But what this press release is stating that I thought it was interesting is from the advertising perspective. obviously CTV, connected TV advertising is ramping up its popularity and its effectiveness, right? We have studied countless times and countless times again how many viewers really care about those TV commercials, especially on streaming devices. So this tailored into the Paramount Plus bundle as well. There's a lot that can kind of talk to one another to make it an all-encompassing offering that ultimately gets Walmart Plus to really help catch up with Amazon, which we know obviously is the standard at this point in the membership system, in the membership sphere.
And the most important part of all of that, the data.
The data,
yes, or lay data.
As they don't say anywhere.
Sorry, la data.
Much better.
You know, it's so valuable to Walmart now, and being able to know, you know, what are they watching, what commercials are they sticking around for, trying to fast forward through. They can dictate their product recommendations. They can change their relationships. You know, put the content that goes in Paramount Plus. All those things. That data is so valuable, and that's what makes this deal super lucrative. So it'll be fun to watch and see what happens too.
Absolutely. And then one of your dear friend,
this guy, nobody deserved something awesome to happen to him more than Ryan Hogan.
I think they've won a couple of keyboards here and there.
Yeah, Hunt a Killer acquired by Relatable.
So crazy. Relatable owners of What Do You Meme? It's more.
What Do You Meme? Yeah. It started off he started off running meme accounts on Instagram.
Has such a cool history.
Yeah, F Jerry and there's a couple other ones that he has. I think Dude with Sign is one of his. Yeah. He's dating Beige Cardigan, or maybe they're married now. They're probably married. I don't know. I stopped following that stuff a while ago, but it's been fascinating. They've built a big gaming media company themselves, and so they built all these little they're not board games, but they're card games or
interactive. They were more it's funny. It's almost like they grew up. The games are growing up with the generations, if you will. And this is one of those rare companies that is adapting to the test of time.
They're doing a great job.
And obviously it spiked through COVID because everyone stayed at home. They needed more entertainment. You don't want to be glued to the TV. Yeah. So games like What Do You Meme, all that stuff kind of come handy. Now they acquire one of the most popular murder mystery game in Hunt a Killer, which Ryan Hogan founded. Yeah. And so super interesting dynamic here because one, from Ryan's standpoint, it's only benefits from there, right? Wider reach, probably hit more retail.
And these guys, they've got more buying power with their marketing. They're doing so much. The game called Buzz, What Do You Mean? I was looking on their website, some of their different games that they have emotional support. There's just a lot of fun little things that they have, family games, party games. And so it's a perfect marriage. And that's Ryan had made this post. And it's fun, Ryan's been coming to SubSummit since he started back in the day, and he's got such a history of entrepreneurship and trying different things, and some great success, some failures, and this one hit for him, and it's been a roller coaster over the years. But happy to see. One of the things that was important to him is finding a good company that would take care of his team too.
I was just gonna read that
and kept that together, and so that's the kind of guy he is, and he still serves in the Navy or Army Reserves, I think, some years can't make it to SubSummit because he's called in for his reserve time, and so it's just a cool, good guy. Really proud and happy for him.
And something to note too, while it's important to keep your team on an emotional perspective for sure, but also because those are the folks that understand your brand the best. Yeah. So it's important when acquiring a company, right, to not just start fresh and start from the ground zero. You have a team that has established success and has a great understanding of their customers. Don't just discredit that when you acquire something. Understand what the company and each employee brought to the table so that you can pair things up, not really dismantle them. Yeah. So I think something to note for people looking to acquire businesses, get acquired. Yeah. Understand your value.
Yeah, we've seen it happen a lot in the subscription world, and so this shows the success of these D2C subscription brands and what they can do out there. He built something that wasn't a one-time purchase. You wouldn't go to the store, and this is what might be interesting for Relatable too, is understanding that model that he's built into it. We can build these games that have recurring revenue built into them now.
I mean, if you look at games like Cards Against Humanity and What Do You Meme, right? You get a new deck of card every quarter.
Yeah, add cards every month even. Ship me some new cards to put in my deck.
You're a premium member, you get custom cards. Give us your family names and, things that you want us to incorporate. The offering can expand itself limitlessly. Really, it's something so important to understand that subscriptions, once you identify the potential for it, you can maximize the crap out of it. It's amazing.
I don't see why like trading cards don't do something like that.
Good
Unless
point.
they do.
Right.
I mean, maybe I'm uneducated about that, but I mean, you know, with how many people just do unboxing and opening of cards and stuff like that. I mean, there's influencers doing that all the time. Where Pokemon couldn't do a, 1 month you get a mystery thing or whatever. I don't know enough about it, but that's a possibility.
I think about that. Like Parker would lose his mind if he got a pack of trading cards in the mail every week.
Fun.
Think about when you were kids. Like I used to go to the store every week to go get a pack of cards. Had there been subscriptions around it?
Like put that dinging sound and a light bulb over my head right now.
I can do that.
Paul had a business idea.
Well, I think Bradley has a business idea.
Yeah, wait, that was me.
Nope.
Bradley, film
Paul
to you
took Bradley's
with the lamp.
idea and is going to make it into a multi-million-dollar operation. Well, the next scene shows Bradley in
negotiate
despair
the
in a gutter.
percentage. Don't
Anyway,
forget, you want 20% fee
Listen.
off the top. He takes care of everything else.
I will give you a Ferrari.
A Ferrari.
He didn't specify
I
which
think
kind.
that's right.
Specify which.
I'll
Is
take
it-
an upfront payment, please.
Is it the same thing
Meanwhile,
as
I've got 40 Ferraris.
Yeah, right. I got a fleet.
It's on me, Bradley. Really, this one's on me.
Let me give you a Ferrari.
You know who's not going to get a Ferrari anytime soon?
Apple.
Apple lawyers, I was going to say.
Apple lawyers.
Because that's a good transition
They
right
probably,
there.
they probably already have them, but
So about that Ferrari we worked into the legal agreement here. Am I getting that?
So this could be a preview of things to come in the U.S. EU.
Oh yeah, these were British based. These were EU
European,
attorneys.
yeah.
Sorry. So about that Ferrari that you promised me.
They can't love that. There's no way. Maybe put a thumbs down on top of his head now. So the European Union fined Apple just a lump sum of $1.8 billion. Hurts the savings a little bit.
Drop in the bucket.
Over App Store restrictions on music streaming. Apparently there was a penalty for breaching competition law, which was 4 times higher than forecast as Brussels looks to send message to tech firms. So if you're not fully caught up, the EU is way stricter on subscription laws than the US.
And just even privacy
And privacy
anti-competition
and things like that. So
it always usually like happens over there first.
Yes. And
they're the ones that made them move to USB-C. The iPhones.
Well,
that was the start for that. So now all
Thank
the
you.
following iPhones are going to be all USB-C. That's the EU.
it's about time.
the EU really, it's funny because we see the US as kind of this innovation area, and it very much is. But as far as privacy laws and like regulations in general, the EU sets the trend and the trends and the standards for this.
Yes.
In this case, it all stemmed from the competition between Apple Music and Spotify, because we've gone over that story where Spotify was charged, I think it was 30%, a 30% fee when members signed up to be Spotify members on the App Store. Versus if you just signed up for Apple Music, Apple kept all the money, right? So the EU has started, diving into that, understood that there were definitely competition laws being breached, fined a big time amount to the giant conglomerate there. The European Competition Commissioner said that a smaller fine would have been nothing more than the equivalent of a parking fine.
Yeah, I know, right?
Because $1.8 billion for us is a lot. For Apple, what is that, like $10,000 maybe, proportionally speaking?
Let's see what their cash reserves are. They're sitting on $73 billion in cash.
Yeah, so that's maybe you don't go to Chipotle for a couple of days.
Yeah. I mean, look at it's significant. 1.8 billion.
I mean, yeah, it's setting.
Wait,
it's
what's
setting,
1.8? It's 1.8 billion euros, though.
Well, and it's also the setting the precedent for the future.
That's
too.
the biggest thing.
That's more of a bigger hit.
Yes. Quoting here the commissioner, Apple's rules ended up harming consumers. Critical information was withheld so that consumers could not effectively use or make informed choices. Some consumers may have paid more because they weren't aware that they can pay less if they subscribe outside of the app. So, Bradley, you're a Spotify user, right? Let's say you go and you're an iPhone aficionado, so you go on the App Store, you download Spotify, you try to become a member. There are fees added onto the Spotify membership because they have to take into account the App Store commission. Whereas if you go on Spotify directly on the site, there is no fees associated. So consumers were harmed by this
Oh, yeah.
and tricked which is something that the FTC is starting to regulate.
Yeah.
But
I mean, look at when you sign up for the X Premium subscription, if you sign up in the app, it costs you more than going to their website.
Yep.
Buying it.
And that's
what
they're
let you
shutting
know.
down.
Did they let you know in the app that that's happening?
They probably will have to now.
Terms and conditions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wonder if they'll have to let you know.
You can hide it in the terms and conditions.
I mean, it's funny. It's funny because when Elon first bought Twitter, he started doing this and realizing how much money they were losing. Apple started going to war with them. Tim Cook invited them out to the campus. They walked around the fountain for like 20 minutes, and I think they're all fine. And Elon shut his mouth. I really wonder what happened in that conversation.
Yeah.
Where Tim Cook's like, look, Elon, just charge a separate price over here. Dig it over here. Stop this right now. And Elon's like, okay.
Sounds just like Timmy.
Sounds just like Timmy.
That's
good guy.
Tim.
You know,
that's Tim. That's Tim. Our friend Tim.
But you know what's interesting?
But to be also fair, it's like they are still like, how much is too much? Because you are still using their platform as means to subscribe.
I think the argument, and this is what Epic Games has gone after them for too, of like, you can't just keep taking it in perpetuity. You know, they're taking everything on that monthly subscription over and over and over. Like, you brought it to us, like, do something like that's like a one-time, or like reduce it because it's in recurring on there. And it's just,
and they're also not
outrageous. They're
also not allowing other streamers to tell consumers that they can find the product cheaper elsewhere. So if you go on the app, the app can't tell you when you're looking, you know, at the description, you know, if you want to save money, go directly to our site. That was not allowed on the App Store.
It's crazy.
So
it's crazy.
There's what do we talk about? We talk about frictionless consumer experience, and we talk about transparency, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, it can feel frictionless to download something on the App Store, but the friction is kind of post-purchase when you realize that, oh, it's not the $12.99 I was advertised. I'm paying $15.99 every month. What happened to that $3 extra, right? And now you're building consumer resentment, and obviously companies do not want to partner up with you. So it's something that could really affect Apple for the years to come with partnership opportunities with general consumers. Obviously, they're so big that I don't see it being crazy, but
I still have a general feeling that in 2 decades, Apple's not going to be the same company we see it as today.
How do you think it will shift?
I still don't think they're innovating enough. They're riding this iPhone wave, you know, as long as they possibly can. I think the Apple Vision Pro is fine. Everybody knows it itself is not game changing. It's the category, but I don't want to wear a bulky headset on my face. I do want like glasses I can put on. I walk around and like when you're talking to me in French, it'll translate it on the screen for me in my glasses. But I want them to be no heavier than just a pair of eyeglasses.
Yeah, which Google played with, but
Google Glass. But that was early. I mean, I feel like
it was
so much has changed by now.
I was in college when that was.
I think there were almost
so much has changed, but I think you do another crack at it, you might get something good out of it.
Sadly,
I bought a pair of these recently. I can't remember what they're called or where I bought them from, but they're going to show up someday. And they're $350, and they've got like a little screen in them. What were these called?
They were too early for their time, I think, Google. But I agree. I think Apple needs to look in the mirror a little bit. I think there needs to be an understanding of it is fine that you control a lot of the platform, and you know you can have your say so on your own platform. That Bradley, you made that point. It's very valid. I provide you a platform where you can sell products. It's fine to pay a fee. However, like Paul mentioned, making that fee be a recurring fee every time and not promoting transparency, that is going to chase a lot of people away, especially potential partners.
Dude, what were they? The Frame, maybe? That's what I bought? Oh, yeah. These ones. The Frame.
You know where you can find frames nowadays?
Huh?
It's at Target.
I saw that
and
coming.
The best part is that you can get them delivered for free.
Yes.
Thanks to their new subscription. Congrats, Target.
So those...
nice job on the queue.
So they have this membership now that you can join for $49 a year until May 18th, and the price goes up to $99 annually. And it will get you expedited shipping.
1 hour.
1 hour.
1 hour delivery. Fast as 1 hour delivery.
So I signed up for Kroger Boost recently.
Okay.
For $99 a year. And
similar.
They advertise free same-day delivery is a big thing. It's really hard to get free same-day delivery from them. You have to like reserve your time early, and then you can't edit your order as much. I have a few beefs with it. I think it could be better. I think it could be improved. I think their overall user interface could be improved in there too. And if they were to come to SubSummit, I bet they would learn a lot and see it.
What? SubSummit?
But I think, Target's been floating this out there for a while about introducing some sort of membership because everybody's doing it now. At some point, when is it going to be too much for consumers having too many different memberships out there? And, in fact, like this is a little bit later on our agenda, but I think it's a good time to talk about it now is, Zora has been talking a lot about this, about where things are going in the subscription economy. A lot of chatter saying like too many subscriptions for consumers. So we see things happening like consolidation, coming together, a lot of the sports, all coming under one. We're seeing different bundles and stuff like that. And then I think where, that threshold though is starting to raise. Now, one of the things Zora is really talking about is what they coin total monetization.
Okay.
And so they're saying, rather than just have just subscription, look at pay per use, look at singular transactions. I'm not crazy about the terminology, total monetization. It feels like you're trying to grab as many dollars as you can from consumers.
Yep.
I think for me, it's more about like, just like total customer value, total relationship value. How can you like build a stronger relationship with your customers? And so like, that's what Target's trying to do here. They're trying to offer more and continue to strengthen. They have such loyal shoppers.
More than 100 million rewards program members.
Yeah, it's wild. My wife's a rewards member. I'm a separate rewards member. And so, yeah, like if there's distinct advantages to it, I don't think there's an upper limit. But I also I don't agree with the total monetization strategy. I think it's about focusing on the consumers and focusing on like the total value you can provide. The rest will follow. There's not going to be an upper limit on how many subscriptions or memberships or things you want in your life, as long as you're finding value in them and you're getting what you want back out of it.
It really doesn't matter.
No.
Like two different, obviously, stages of life, close to retirement, just getting started.
Don't plan to retire ever.
Sorry, that was a low blow.
I couldn't even see what retirement would look like for you, Paul. You wouldn't be able to.
It would last for about 3 days.
I have another idea. I'm gonna make it.
He's gonna run the crap out of his HOA.
I'm coming out of retirement.
Yeah.
After 2 days.
2 hours after lunch.
Yeah.
But two different stages in life, and you're obviously someone who has the discretionary spending of, I need this. This will save me time. Mm-hmm. Let me purchase it.
Yeah.
Your son, who's just walking in, on the other hand,
bring him in.
Does not know what money tastes like. So he's gonna say,
he doesn't know yet.
I want Feastables. Bring them to me now.
Do you like Feastables?
We don't have any here, Logan. I'm sorry.
Logan was home with the tummy ache today, and so.
Are you feeling better?
How are you feeling? You want to hear yourself talk? Okay. All right.
Logan, easy, tiger.
So, we're talking about.
Spending and bringing full value, right? I'm going to be way more careful about what I'm spending on, but if there is the right amount of value for me, I will no doubt spend it, right? So it's about understanding where your customer sits. And I think we talk about bundling constantly. The reason for that is because it brings that total value, right? You can have complementary products and brands partner with you to make your customers' lives easier, and they'll be more likely to spend because, one, it's in central location, right? We see it with Walmart. If you go into Walmart, you can become a Paramount Plus subscriber right away, become a Walmart Plus member right away, get access to Vizio, right? You just did 3 actions that should be separate that are all in one. So it's
so now, what do you see? How does Target take this membership and really make it super valuable? How do they expand on this?
They got to leverage Starbucks. Target has a lot of Starbucks stores in them.
Okay.
So you got to leverage that for sure, because Starbucks loyalty program and subscription is also great. You got to find a way.
Because they're going to need to start to compete with Walmart on this.
For sure.
Do you think they're starting to do you think they're starting to see the writing on the wall? Do you think they're starting to worry about oh my gosh, Walmart's really building a strong membership offering here?
100%. Here's where they are. They saw, okay, we have data on 100 million plus people.
Yeah.
And we're not charging anything for this? Yeah. What are we doing? Oh, wait, what do people prioritize? Time. Amazon's cool with the 2-day. How can we make it even better? 1 hour?
Yeah.
Done. Okay, that's step 1. Step 2, Walmart's doing what with the bundles now? Okay, look for Target to partner with a streamer. Max. Oh, you like that idea? Cool. I like it. Maybe it's a Target and Hulu thing. And maybe
Who's left? Who's left out there from the department that hasn't partnered with anybody?
Yeah,
I know,
who knows?
right? Like,
who knows? But there's so many opportunities. Like, what if Target did it? My wife and I, we love watching the Wrexham documentary with Ryan Reynolds. What if Target partnered with Hulu and then they have a dedicated aisle that is just Wrexham? Yeah. They need to leverage partners to increase the value of their membership offering, not be afraid of charging more. And then also, I think the biggest thing is you were mentioning, if everyone is a rewards member, they don't understand the value of the rewards membership.
Yeah, right.
Almost try to...
They do, though. They get the value of the rewards membership.
They get, but
and
they can't justify
done
the
this
membership.
really, really well. Like, you get cash back. Yeah. You get, I think with the card, you get more money back. There's tremendous value in being a Target Rewards member. And so I think they've done a good job with that. This is going to expand on that. So
my point, was...
a lot more to come on this.
My point was, if you're a rewards program member, what's your incentive to become a paid member? Right.
The same day shipping is doing something right now.
It's something, but yeah, how long can you keep that? Whereas if you make them understand, you don't need to be a rewards member once you become a paid member because you get even more value.
Yeah.
Right. It's not about getting new customers. It's about retaining existing ones and making them even bigger purchasers every time they walk into the store.
So one thing they could do, and this will segue us very nicely.
Gosh, what are we so good at?
Into our next one is offer an HP printer as part of their membership. So they've had HP Instant Ink for a long time. And what's been really fun to, watch that program, that's grown tremendously. They've done a great job with it. Now they've created this new offering that includes the printer itself.
Yes.
Okay, so $6.99 a month comes with 20 pages worth of prints. They've got another, and then it scales up, right?
Different tiers, yep.
Up to $35.99 a month, and then that's worth like 700 pages of printing. I'd have a little bit of anxiety around that, like, gosh, am I going over my 20 pages? Who only prints 20 pages a month? Are there like people that do that?
I print less than 20. I print one page.
I definitely feel the same way.
You know who that's for?
I do nothing, but I would feel like that was too little, and I still wouldn't subscribe.
You know
who would
be a good partner on this would be Amazon. So like if you're only printing 20 pages a month, it's for your returns, your return labels.
I do 300 pages.
You do. Logan does 300 pages a month. What are you printing?
Yeah, what are you working on?
Oh, I'm working on my work.
That's
schoolwork.
That's
quite the student here. Quite the student Logan is printing his work, his math worksheets and things and workbooks. No, but like, you know what I mean? Like I guess that would be one of the use cases. So you could do that with Target that way for your free Sunday deliveries.
That'd be interesting.
Target, my favorite store.
He loves it.
Hey, see,
Logan,
Logan,
would you pay for a membership to go to Target?
Yes.
How much would you pay every month?
$400.
I mean, that's a fantastic. Wait, Logan, let me ask you: would you pay this, or would you make your dad pay this?
Me.
Wow.
He has a job. Yeah.
I have $100.
He has $100 that he earned. Well, how did you get that $100, Logan?
I sold a $1 bill.
He sold a $1 bill to get $100. No, I promised him at one of the football games, if he got on the Jumbotron, I would give the kids each $100. And that's what you did, right? Yep.
Nice job, dude.
5.
Okay, we're working on that.
So
HP, that's an interesting perspective. I do think the partnership makes sense. However, we have an interesting counterpoint from one of our good SubSummit friend, Andrei Rebrov from Scentbird, who kind of thinks it's getting out of hand sometimes. And maybe HP did not need this because one, it's a lot to feel comfortable about, right? I'm getting the printer. I have to make sure 20 pages, whatever. But also, apparently they charge you to unsubscribe.
What's the charge?
And I do not know. That's according to Andre. He tagged us in a comment here saying that it was time to invite HP to SubSummit. So HP, from our friend to our mouth to you, please come to SubSummit. Let's talk it out. Let's see what happens.
So that's where look at the iRobot subscription that they have for Roombas.
Yeah.
There's 2 different models. There's like 2 different tiers. There's one tier where you can pay like a higher monthly price and no startup fee, or you can pay a lower monthly price and pay a small startup fee. And that covers the Roomba, the robot.
Yep.
So they don't necessarily have like a cancellation clause in there. I think you still have to send it back.
So in the HP, they don't charge you up front for the printer.
Right.
But
so they're covering their bases that way, because there's some equipment costs in that. And they're sort of like hedging if they don't do something.
But I do think, so you see that onboarding experience needs drastically needs to be improved, right? Because one, you need to make it very clear,
right?
Hey, if you cancel, you will be charged, but you get to keep the printer, or
right.
Change the dynamic.
Yeah,
of here's
just have different models or different options in there.
Sure.
Something we'll have to dig into more, but definitely interesting.
I don't for example, I see this subscription, I see nothing. Like that does not interest me at all. Mm-hmm. But I'm wondering from a business perspective, like this should be a B2B offering.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. For every office.
The copier that we have here, and it was on a lease, essentially the same thing. I would, I was paying that monthly payment, and it included copies. It included X number of pages, and then anything above that, I paid like a per page price. Exact same thing. They've just made a consumer version of it now.
But the interesting thing, though, is I think HP could benefit more from the B2B side of things because HP provides solutions.
Not their target? Are they targeting so more and more people are working from home now? This might be rolled out right at the right time. Well, sorry, maybe they missed the bus by 3 years.
I was going to say.
But at least now they're seeing maybe there's demand for something like this. More people working from home. More people need a printer. They don't want to pay $150 at Costco for a printer to get one that they're occasionally going to use. So I'll pay $7 a month.
There'll be people interested. I'm just pondering how many of them are going to be interested, and if it's something
program sounds like the way to go.
That's what I was thinking. Or you make it an all-encompassing thing with a PC involved in there, and then you can talk about more of a not a bundle, but an all-encompassing offering where you get the printer when you get a PC. Then you have a subscription.
I mean, it's all going to be one full swoop. You're going to order your PC.
Yep.
You're going to have your printer. You're going to have your robot that you have in your house. You're just going to one monthly price for all those things. Your robot will just do all the work for you anyway. I mean, I saw this is kind of the truth. We're kind of getting there right now.
Yeah.
By 2029, AI intelligence will surpass human intelligence.
No chance.
Probably earlier.
2027.
Yeah. I wish I had the Tesla robot.
You wish you had the Tesla robot,
so
right?
Cleaned my room.
Exactly. The Tesla Optimus robot will clean Logan's room.
You're very ambitious. I love that for you.
Would you pay monthly for that, Logan?
Remember, you're still already spending $400.
How much would you invest a month? And notice I used the word invest. How much would you invest a month to have the robot clean your room?
$1.
$1 a month to have the robot.
So you don't think you don't think
the
robot is as valuable as the Target membership?
So he when I give him every $1, he can catch up to 100.
Oh, you would tip him. You would just tip your robot.
$1 per cleaning.
Or I would give him the gift card, or maybe
to Target.
Yes.
Yeah. Or what else would you give him?
A Tesla.
A Tesla.
But the Cybertruck.
But the Cybertruck.
Gift card or the Cybertruck.
Okay, Tesla robot. Thanks for cleaning my room. Would you like the gift card or the Cybertruck?
So sorry, I got to go back to this thought. But on the HP train of thought, you need to find partners that you can bundle with that their products need printing. So I was thinking let's say you buy maybe HP, I don't know if they have a printer like this, but you can print actual photos with format. What if every time you buy a frame or you buy artwork, comes with a subscription with HP, and you then can now print your own photos to put in the frame? Obviously, this is a very low scale effort, right? But I'm pondering, instead of making it just a one-time offer, which you can still have, start partnering with other brands that kind of could use your services as well to satisfy their customers.
Yeah.
That's how you start growing. And then on the other side, still go with the B2B side of things. Thank you. I need Logan more.
Yeah, he's a good agreeer.
Very, very supportive. Bradley, you could use a
I agree with everything.
Well, I don't know how I feel about myself anymore.
I think that more to come on this. It'll be interesting. So we're gonna save the robotic stuff for another time because I have a whole set of amazing viewpoints on all of that and where it's going. It's gonna be a wild. But this is basically how it ends for us. This is the end of the human existence here.
Okay, well, thank you for tuning in.
This is how it all winds down. So it's been great doing these couple episodes. Thank you.
I turned 6 yesterday.
And Logan turned 6 yesterday.
Happy birthday.
This is the variables of your child gets dropped off when he's sick and comes to the office for your podcast.
Oh yeah, is it WWE?
Yeah, it is.
Logan.
WWE.
I like that.
Do you know where you can't watch the WWE?
YouTube?
Well, you can watch it on that.
Yeah.
But the Empire State Building
That would have been my first answer.
It's also a difficult place to watch the WWE.
This Sunday night, WWE on top of the Empire State.
How cool, though. Good setting.
In this episode of Awkward Transitions, Louis can.
I'm trying my best. I'm
I
trying my
can
best.
punch the guy and get him off the court and punch him in the face.
This is examples of my parenting.
Same brain. Same brain.
Same brain as the moon.
Yes.
Well, that's fair. But Logan, the reason I mentioned the Empire State Building, is because they are building their own loyalty program.
Ooh, yay, I want to go there.
Yeah.
See? So you want to become an ambassador? That's what they call their subscribers.
No, I won't be that. I'll be a firefighter.
So you just want to...
Must be a firefighter.
So okay, well, this actually brings up a point of what you're naming the thing, though. Like in seriousness, though, like subscriber, member, partner, ambassador. Like,
Maybe
what are your
much
thoughts
weight?
on it being an ambassador? You do kind of feel like you're working for them a little bit.
Isn't there supposed to be a WWE right there?
Yes, there is.
I think the ambassador term is interesting because you see the Empire State Building as kind of this representation of the U.S., right? It's a symbol that everyone can connect with across the globe. So when I think of ambassador, I think like I'm a representative of the U.S. culture because I'm part of this iconic building. But that could probably not be that perspective at all.
I think your perspective is going to be vastly different than maybe mine or Bradley's.
Well, I'm interested to see your perspectives then.
I think of the Empire State Building a little bit different. I admire it. I think of it as like the kind of the start of the Industrial Revolution in a weird way. Like, I don't know, American ingenuity, America, like, but to you, like it's, I don't know, like maybe there's some symbolism coming from France to America. So I don't know, like it's an interesting perspective though. I'd never really thought of it. I looked at it that way. I think it's really good insight though. And thinking about it from an ambassador standpoint. But they have these, so they built in this rewards program around it. They've got 5 tiers.
5 tiers?
You get the custom NFT for signing up. I can't believe we're still doing NFTs. Why? That's still a thing.
I think that was silly.
I did see a tweet the other day that said, like, how far away are we from the point where people are buying NFTs of apes again? Crypto kind of making it's
a cycle.
Comeback here. Look, I think... I don't know. This isn't a paid program, or is this a paid program? This membership.
I think upon sign up.
Bradley, what did you have? Did you see this?
Yes, it is not. It is
okay.
Not.
So this is
I had an input about if we wanted to transition for later, if we wanted to have a topic of conversation about what that might look like if it was paid.
Oh wait, so this isn't a paid program?
It is.
I think it's one of those Alta Sephora where the more you spend, the higher the rewards. Because of the 5 tiers, right? So you're an ambassador, you haven't received any benefits because you haven't spent any money there.
Right, it's a point system.
Bronze,
okay.
So it's like a reverse subscription.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's one number that's not even a number.
Which number is that?
Infinity.
Never
a number.
Never guessed that.
Not a number.
I always say toddlers are like your best drunk friend.
They are. Actually, they're better. They're better than my best drunk friend.
He's not a toddler anymore, being 6 now, but I mean, pretty.
I take chill cars.
I have no idea what he's talking about most of the time. I don't know what he's talking about.
Sat on the moon?
If he sat on the moon, like
that DreamWorks kid.
That's what it is.
That's actually Logan hanging out.
Yeah. It is Logan.
But I would hang out under it with some tea. No. My favorite drink.
Prime?
Lemonade. Oh yes, I love Prime.
And lemonade. Well, this is derailed the entire back half of the podcast.
I think this is fun.
It's been entertaining.
It's fun. So you were going to say something about what if we would pay for this, Bradley, right?
Yeah, like what would that look like for a paid membership? I don't think there's anything there that would make me want to pay for something. But in my opinion, perhaps if it was expanded to other points in New York or other things like that, if there was something about like point system going to certain places in New York.
Wait a second though, like you have to pay to go to the top of the Empire State Building. If you're a member or an ambassador of this program or a subscriber to it,
you can go up for free if you have the right amount of points. I can't remember how you're in this.
If you're platinum, so bronze, you receive a special newsletter about what you earn a ticket to the 86th floor, and there's a lottery access for 2 exclusive celebrity events on sites. Silver, same as bronze, but with one additional lottery entry. Gold, 2 tickets to each observatory. Nope, that's not the right word. Logan, you and I are in the same space here. And the annual Empire State Building run-up. Platinum Ambassador, you get 4 tickets to these words. And the Saturday morning sunrise experience and exclusive celebrity events, plus an entry to the annual run-up. Are you making fun of me?
I don't know what he's laughing at.
I stumbled on my words. Okay, it happens. It's show business, baby. We got to move on. Okay, well, he's still on the WrestleMania. So technically, the more you pay, obviously, the more perks you get. To me, Bradley, what I was thinking of, most people that go to the Empire State Building do not live in New York. Right? I think we can agree on that.
Yeah, I mean, if you live there, maybe you do it once when you first move there. And then
you do when your friends come into town. So you're like, I'll go to the Empire State Building with you.
It's tourism.
But what if you had a very low membership fee? Let's say, I don't know, it's probably a yearly fee. Like, let's say it's $50 a year. Start super low. But you get constant coverage of the Empire State Building stop. So you can have the view of New York. Right? And it can be sitting on your computer. Like, you can watch it, right? So, oh my gosh, like I miss New York. I want to see what's going on, right? And you get insights into the different events that are being held. There's like perfect cameras. Yeah. There might not be sound, but you get the feeling of being there, right?
Yeah.
Of cherishing that view. Then you can layer in onto what Bradley was saying of if you get a membership, if you add maybe the premium tier, you pay $100 a month, you get access to the Empire State Building and
Rockefeller Plaza, certain bars, Times Square stuff, things like that. Yeah.
Fully derailed today.
Wow. I think this is where there's opportunities again to like bring things together and bundle and consolidate. You can create the U.S. Landmarks membership.
Ooh.
So under that, there's certainly is this paid, free tier. Every time you visit them, you accrue and earn points, and that can work you towards things at no charge. Because they're U.S. landmarks, they're things that you want to see maybe. Or you can invest in some of that goes back towards like continuously improving those landmarks and helping maintain them and things like that. And will allow you to get certain visits to them every year. So Mount Rushmore, Empire State Building, a walk across the Golden Gate Bridge, the Alamo, so like different things, couple that up with the parks, what do they call the parks in the country?
National parks?
National parks, yeah, national parks. Cover that up with national park visitorship. I think there's some fun things to look at there.
And if you complete all of the U.S. landmarks in a year, you get your name engraved into your favorite building.
What if you did $20 a month?
$20 a month. That's a good investment.
That's a fair investment. Yeah. I think for every U.S. landmark to go see at any point in time.
Within a year. That could be interesting.
It's a challenge.
I mean, there already is like memberships though for like a state park. I don't know if there is for national
park.
Like
yeah,
I can get a thing for a state park, so I can go to drive to anyone in Michigan.
But it could be like you said, like Paul said, it could be kind of a complimentary thing where U.S. landmarks, like you can get the full package where you get landmarks and national parks, or you can get one or the other.
Yeah.
But I was thinking it could be one of those like if you eat this whole pizza within the hour, you get it for free. Like the membership is $20 a month. If you complete in a year, it's free.
Yeah.
It's on us.
And you know who underwrites that? Is the tourist boards for all the cities. Because they want people to come in there and that'll get in there. So everyone you visit, each tourism.
Get coupons, as you travel. It could be a fun, it's a cute, I don't know how it helps anything, but
For every gummy pizza, they should give you $30.
Yep. Every gummy pizza, they should give you $30.
I love the way Logan spends money.
This is unbelievable. The ideas you're dropping today, they're just on fire.
Mastermind.
Great job.
The humble.
No big deal, right?
I've never been to work before.
You've never been to work before, but now you have. Don't expect to get paid today.
I'm a 6-year-old boss.
That he is.
Does that mean you tell me what to do?
Oh yes, I tell everybody.
Yeah.
Oh well, at least
that works here.
That works here. Okay. Well, I wish.
So what should I do? What should I do after the podcast?
Eat your dinner.
That's
that makes sense.
Pretty good advice, honestly.
Tell him.
You got to shake on it, boss.
Thank you.
You're too far.
So do we have a name that subscription, or we're gonna save it for next time?
Let's. We have one. We have one. It's not the best one, but we have one.
Let's do one on the fly here.
Don't forget to take one.
All right, you guys.
Let's see. Bradley, ready for this?
Yeah, I can do the thing.
Here we go.
All right.
It's time for Name That Subscription. Yeah.
I'm so focused I can't dance right now.
Name That Subscription is brought to you by Logan, Parker, Allie, and Morgan Chambers, also known as Ample. Do you want fun in your life? Then come and hang out with Logan here at the office at 901 Wilshire Drive, Troy, Michigan, 48084.
Or your home address, which is...
My phone number is 1234567891100.
I'm going to have to bleep that so nobody knows.
Yes.
Your phone number?
Yeah.
Right,
Don't
guys.
let people know my phone number.
We're going to start. This is going to be a 1 hint per round. There's no room for error.
Let's do it.
This subscription is part of a market with a purchase volume worth $5.6 trillion.
Okay.
That's hint number one, and that's it for round number one.
Wait, do we have to guess the name?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Do you know what this is?
What company is it?
The market value is 5.6.
The purchase volume.
Purchase volume. What's the difference between purchase volume and?
That's not for me to figure out.
Okay.
What?
I don't know what that means.
I think it's like the overall.
What?
Put the guess in. Yeah.
It's not like technically the net profit.
Okay, Logan has a guess.
Go ahead.
Target?
Close, but no.
Okay, all right. Okay, go ahead. Next clue.
Since January of 2022, they have grown revenues by more than 40%, from $42 billion to $61 billion.
Meyer?
Good guess, but no.
What else do you think we can guess, Logan? Do you have a category that you're thinking about? You're thinking retail stores right now? More retailers? Like, are you thinking like membership?
I'll give you a second hint too. Card member spending has increased by 37%.
Card members?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a big
I
hint.
would guess like Sam's Club or Costco. Do you think?
Is it Costco?
It's not Costco.
Not Costco.
Oh, I think it's Amazon.
It's not Amazon.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
It's still another good option though, because Amazon does have a card.
Member spending. Okay. Go. Who else do you think? Card. What else do you carry a card for? Barnes and Noble. Were you a member? I can't.
And we can do Sam's Club. Do we do Sam's Club?
He said, well, I suggested it, but
That was also a no-go.
Okay.
42 billion to 61 billion. Next round.
This is going to be, I need to put you on the right track. It's a membership. It's a membership program that is not linked to a subscription box, streaming, but has both digital and physical elements to the membership offering.
That's tough, don't you think?
I don't know any of those.
Sorry, these are not the best hints, are they?
I like this hint though. But it's not linked to
I don't know any more stores.
No streaming.
No streaming.
So not Fabletics.
Not Fabletics. It's not, I'm trying to put you on the right track. It is not.
Not like workout.
It's not a
store.
It's not that we've never done this type of company on Guess That Subscription ever.
Because we've never played Guess That Subscription because it's called Name That Subscription, Louis.
That was a trap. But that was so good.
I was in the middle of my dancing.
That was so
Sorry, I cut you off.
So yeah, we've never done this type of subscription or membership.
What do you
in the history of Name That Subscription?
It's not a car wash membership.
Nope. Let me put it this way. You use it every time you become a subscriber. Potentially.
Like a payment? Like a PayPal or something like that?
You're getting close.
Like a YouTuber?
Venmo?
You're just gonna rip off.
Just rip the...
You're close, but that's not the category.
Okay.
Think about something you use every time you make a purchase.
Like an app store?
Your credit card is at American Express.
There it is. I gave it to you very much.
Woo! Yay! Logan, great job, buddy. You did great on that.
Okay, yeah, we were hung up. That makes sense. I mean, card, I thought.
I kept trying, but like
total sense. I mean, card is even more so than a membership card. But for some reason, I was thinking, well, right. I was thinking retailer.
Because I kept seeing you guys going the wrong. I was like,
Yeah.
I need to bring
course
them
correct
back
here.
But it was a good point because Target has a card, Amazon has a like All of them do. So, but yeah, I mean, a membership element that we don't talk enough about is the credit card sector, right? It's one of the most valuable. Why? Because everything is in one central location. When you look at Amex, guess what? They have portals to get you discounts on travel, on Starbucks, on whatever.
Yeah.
So those on hotels. So when you think of the ideal membership offering, I would really start looking at what those credit card companies are doing, because they kind of have it figured out. Or if you can partner with them, you know, if you start becoming an Amex member, you get access to HP Inc.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Nailed it. This has been a rousing episode. Logan, do you want to tell people what to do? Say it, like,
I don't think you heard.
If you couldn't hear him, he said if you enjoyed this episode,
like and subscribe, comment.
Like, subscribe, comment. Tell us what you think. We'll look forward to seeing you again in episode 33 of the Subscription Podcast.
With me again.
Okay. Probably not.